Evening, everyone. It's my job to begin our commencement this evening by welcoming you. So on behalf of the faculty and staff, on behalf of our Board of Christian Education, and all the folks associated with Faith Lutheran School, thank you for being here. We are glad that you're here to celebrate with us the commencing class of one student, but one wonderful student, Julia Hitz. And so we thank God for her and for this class, and it is good for all of us to be here for that. Julia has been appointed and has rightfully earned the right to be called the class valedictorian. And let me just say from the outset that I have had this young lady in Algebra 1 class, and she is an excellent student and in every right deserves this honor this evening. She has earned it. And so I invite Julia Hitz, the class valedictorian, to come forward to address you tonight.
Welcome all parents, students, staff, and guests that have come tonight. As most of you know, my name is Julia Hitz, and I am commonly known as the 8th grade. I've been at Faith for 8 years, and my class has never had more than 7 students. As a result, half of the years I've been here, 2nd through 5th grade, were combined with the grade below me. In 1st grade, we were only with the class below for half the day, and in middle school, it doesn't exactly work out to have a combined class. In 6th grade, I was in a class of 2, 7th grade had 3, and this year, it's just me. At the beginning of the year, I thought this would be the worst year ever. I mean, who would want to be in a class by themselves? However, as the year went on, I realized all of the great opportunities there are being the only one. I got to do things that other big classes wouldn't get to do, like going on the roof with Miss Roundy during science class, or finishing Latin early to tie-dye shirts with Miss Bogle. I don't have any competition in my class either, and I am also the smartest by default. I get to learn much more, whether I like it or not, because I can't slack off as easily. In fact, I often get asked by younger students what it's like being by myself. Do you really have to answer every question? Yes, I do. Don't you get lonely by yourself? Not really. Being the only one meant that I got to hang out with both middle school and high school. So I went to outdoor ed and Texas tour with middle school, but I also went on choir tour and to the dance with the high school. I'm not sure how, but Miss Bogle managed to put up with me throughout the entire year. We spent extra Latin classes making door decorations for Celebrate Life Week. We made a fiery furnace for the spring musical a few weeks ago. We dressed up in togas, wore poodle skirts with the high school girls to school, wore matching shirts on Dollar Dress Day, and much more. This year turned out to be incredibly fun and one of my favorite school years so far. I had my last year with Mrs. Ingram, who taught me grammar rules and how to write poetry, and I had doctrine and history with Mr. Merritt, who introduced me to how things will work in high school. Mr. Abbott has been teaching me music since 3rd grade and is why I continue to be involved in music today. Because my class and the 7th grade class are both small, we only had 3 people playing handbells this year. But we made it work, and even recruited Miss Bogle and 2 more 7th graders who were willing to help. I had Miss Roundy, Miss Bogle, and Pastor Keyser for the first time this year. Miss Roundy taught me physical science, and we got to do lots of experiments that bigger classes wouldn't do, like making fireballs in a bottle rocket. Miss Bogle taught me more about Latin, and we went through fairy tales written in Latin that helped me learn how to quickly parse and translate sentences. Pastor Keyser taught Algebra 1, the best class of the day, and he made it fun to learn. I've had many other teachers throughout the years that have taught me so much and made me grow in my faith as well. Mrs. Keck, Mrs. Verdi, Mrs. Wildauer, Miss Strand, Pastor Taylor, Pastor Welmer, Mr. Christensen, Mrs. Shaltanis, and Mrs. Tauschek all gave me amazing years at Faith, and I loved being in all of their classes. Some of them have even stayed in touch, like Mrs. Wildauer and Mrs. Tauschek, who always went above and beyond for their students. Even though people constantly come and go from my class, being the only one has really been a great opportunity in ways I didn't think were possible. I got to be student council president, and having a small class meant that I've been in student council for 6 years in a row. With small classes, I've had to say Bible memory verses with very few people, which means that I actually had to learn it. While I dreaded that back then, I now realize that having a small class has pushed me to exceed and grow in my faith. This year flew by, and looking back on the memories, I don't know how I thought the year would be so awful. Most of all, I want to thank God, who always had a plan for me. Even when I was nervous about starting the year, I trusted that there was a reason for me being the only one in my class, and there actually are many reasons. This year made me stronger and more rooted in my faith, and I am so blessed that I got to attend Faith for so long and will get to attend the next 4 years. Staying at Faith Lutheran this year was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I also especially want to thank my parents, who sent me to Faith and continue to encourage me and help me every day of my life. I couldn't do this without them supporting and guiding me. My friends have also been a huge help to me by supporting me throughout the years, and they have helped me come this far as well. Some of my friends at Faith I've known since first grade, and some I just met this year, but either way, I'm so glad they have been a part of my life. Usually the valedictorian addresses his or her classmates, but instead I will address all of you. Thank you for the staff for coming to sing, the band for coming to play, and all other students, parents, and guests that have come as well to watch just one person graduate. I would especially like to thank my family and friends who never failed to support me with another 8th grade joke. I've heard, "Miss Bogle, what a rowdy 8th grade class you have this year. Oh, there goes the whole 8th grade class. Your class just can't stay in line." Well, today is the last day you can make them. Anyway, what I want to actually tell you is that even when difficult times come, trusting in God and praying are also great options. It was not easy starting the school year, and I don't know how I did it. I just know that I wasn't alone, and God made me strong enough to get through it. I am so glad He did, because I made amazing memories and friendships this past year. So, when you face difficult times, just remember to stand strong and persevere. Next year, I will be attending Faith Lutheran High School as the first 8th grade class where 100% attends the high school. Pretty cool, I know. I'm not sure if there have been any classes with one student before, but I might be the first for that too. I'm not sure if I will be the only one in my class as a freshman, but if I am, I won't be dreading it. I'm excited to finally be in the high school, and this year has shown me that it wouldn't be that bad to be the only one. After high school, I plan on going to college, although I don't know which one or when I want to do. I'd rather not stress about that now, though, and just tackle my first year of high school. Besides, going to a Lutheran school for almost every year of my life assures me of a stronger faith in the future. It's been an awesome year. I've learned so much, and great teachers, friends, family, and God have helped me along. Even with the ups and downs of the year, I don't think I would change a thing. Thank you for an amazing year.
Thank you, Julia. At our 8th grade commencement, our 8th grade homeroom teacher has the opportunity to present the class charge. And this year, Miss Bogle gladly stepped up into our 8th grade homeroom teacher position and taught Latin this year and history. And we're very glad to have her tonight present to you the class charge.
Greetings, and welcome to all in attendance tonight. Thank you for coming to our 8th grade commencement. I know that the entire class appreciates all the support and is excited to have each of you here tonight. I'm going to be honest. I had a very hard time writing this speech, and I have about 6 or 7 other versions that didn't make the cut. It wasn't a matter of not having enough to write about, as the 8th grade class has completed so many things this year, as Julia let you know. But it's trying to answer the question, what do I want Julia, and even others, to take away from this speech? Let me begin by giving you all a little taste of what went into preparing for this year's 8th grade class. All the way back to May and June of last year, Mrs. Hitz and I had quite a few brief discussions concerning what it meant to possibly have one student in the entire 8th grade class. Questions like, how is this going to work? What classes will she have? Will not having another 8th grader become a social issue? Will she enjoy her time here, or will she just be displeased with it? And just simply, will this work? Of course, still being a newbie teacher, I really had no idea how this was going to play out. I can only offer the knowledge that was known to me, the optimistic attitude of, this will all work out for the best, prayers, and much wisdom and guidance from Pastor Keyser. In the same way, I knew that these were the questions and nervous thoughts going through Julia's head as she prepared for the start of her 8th grade year. The concept of approaching the unknown, as a wise professor I know once explained it, is something that we do every day. We humans are curious beings, always hungry to find the answers to information gaps or the unknown variables. May it be small pieces of information like, where is my 8th grade class that I seem to have lost yet again? Or searching for answers to the very questions in life, such as, what does it mean to be a good citizen? Or, who is God? This curiosity allows us to engage with known knowledge and with other people. As we dig for answers, we start gaining depth, and we get hungrier for more knowledge. This is the curiosity that we had last summer. Curious to know what will become of the 8th grade class. And during the school year, we became curious in our studies and social activities. In striving to fill in these information gaps by means of curiosity, more often than less, fear of the unknown will creep in and stop us in our tracks. Fear kills curiosity. My charge to you, 8th grade class, is this: be courageous. Do not fear the unknown, and do not doubt your curiosity. This is only the beginning of many unknowns to come in your lifetime. And if you don't believe me, look towards Scripture. You're reminded in the truth of God's word that even though you may fear things of this world, have no fear, for God is with you. Remember what John 14:27 says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. He knows the unknown. He knew what would come of your 8th grade year at Faith Lutheran School. He knew the specific people that he was going to place in your life to help you through all the fears and struggles. He gave you amazing parents to help guide you in the right direction and give you love and support in all that you did and will do. He placed a variety of skilled and knowledgeable teachers to aid in your information gaps and to guide your curiosity as you grow and learn more and more about our world and God. Keep up the good work, Julia. You've had such an amazing opportunity to be the only 8th grader this year. You experienced many once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, made new memories, created good relationships, and grew knowledge, all of which has come to you in 9 short months. Don't forget what I previously said, and be courageous, Julia. Step out of your comfort zone every now and then, and embrace the beauties that we are given in this world. And to be honest, it wouldn't have hurt you if you have just played Circe in the high school's play of the Idiocy this past fall. I mean, the 9th graders aren't all that bad. I'm very excited to see what you will do in your time in the high school here at Faith Lutheran, and I'm absolutely honored to have been your 8th grade homeroom and Latin teacher this year. I'll miss our shenanigans that we were able to enjoy this year, but you won't be too far. And there's always Latin too, in which we get to discover all new unknowns. I pray God's richest blessings upon you and look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Julia, you get to receive all the awards this year. And so we'd like for you to just come stand up here as we announce these awards and activities. And I said to Mrs. Hitz prior to Julia's valedictorian speech, I think last Sunday, that these, you may have a situation where you have one student, but thanks be to God, we have one student who has indeed shown forth in a marvelous way this year, and has really for 8 years, and not only has well earned the title of valedictorian, but also the second award that I have to give tonight. The first is simply the award for valedictorian. It reads, Faith Lutheran School, in recognition of earning the highest grade point average in the 8th grade, hereby awards Julia Mary Hitz the honor of being valedictorian of the 8th grade class of 2019. Along with this valedictorian certificate is also a second award, and that award is an award as she goes to the high school, and is hereby awarded an academic scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to attend Faith Lutheran High School. And so Miss Bogle and I have signed this from both of us. Congratulations. The second award that is awarded tonight is the Christian Citizenship Award. And as we think about the Christian Citizenship Award, we especially think about how the Lord has worked in the life of Julia as in her many and various vocations. She's an 8th grader, but she has a family. She's a daughter. She has other classmates, and I've seen her. She wasn't as alone as you might imagine in being the only 8th grader, and spent quite a bit of time in visiting with others within our school, and also a student, and many and various ways in which the Lord has blessed her. And the Christian citizenship is the one who lives that life of faith, lives a life in the Spirit, of the fruits of the Spirit, of love and joy and peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And so it's fitting that Julia also received the Christian Citizenship Award from Faith Lutheran School. This award also comes with a $300 academic scholarship to attend Faith Lutheran High School. So congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Keith Light to come forward. Mr. Light, you're going to stand right over here. Mr. Chairman of the Board of Christian Education of Faith Lutheran School, Plano, Texas, I present the candidate of the class of 2019. She has completed in a satisfactory manner the prescribed course of study for the 8th grade at Faith Lutheran School of Plano, Texas. Julia Mary Hitz. following the recessional, everyone is cordially invited to join us in the gymnasium for a reception. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduate of the class of 2019. Please rise.